The scene when they are throwing paint on the models came when I was so angry. So I was so fucking angry at the Americans that had promised us money to start the film, and they didn't give us their money that they had promised us. When I was finished in school, I started to work with a ski film company in Gothenburg. It was a very intense moment when you push rec and the skier starts going, because it was always a certain kind of risk involved. Filming skiing, it was about capturing that perfect moment of doing something that was very hard. And this was why I also started to do a lot of takes in order to do it as precise as possible. And I started to do like this. Let's say that I do 45 takes in average maybe. The 5 last take, I always gather everybody and say, okay, everybody, we have 5 takes left. Now we do a countdown, and then 4 takes left, come on now. So you're trying to build in some intensity in the shooting, and that you have a moment that really matters. It's now or never. And that comes pretty much, I think it comes very much from the ski films. Many of the situations in the films is something that I have experienced myself, or someone have told me that they have experienced. For example, in Triangle of Sadness, the bill scene, the man and the woman paying the bill, the gender expectations and so on. It's something that I just hate to be the man that I'm supposed to be. I hate to be the wallet. In Triangle of Sadness, I was interested in looking at beauty as a currency. Then I started to talk about the content of the film with everybody I meet. And very often someone tells me, okay, I have to tell you, I experienced this. And then I maybe take that little episode and put it into the script. I like to use YouTube clips as a reference when we are talking about content. Snow therapy, then I had seen a YouTube clip where there was a restaurant high up in the mountains, and it's a beautiful day, and all the guests are sitting and having lunch, and all of a sudden they look up towards the mountainside. It's an avalanche coming down, and in the beginning they're like, ooh, wow, beautiful, and then it's just like a range of maybe 15 seconds when the cheering goes from joyful to screams in complete panic. And then it turned out in the YouTube clip, as it does in the film, that the avalanche never reaches the restaurant. So the guests have to go back after fleeing in panic and sit down and continue the lunch. And it was something, they were so ashamed of their own reaction. But then I told about the situation to a friend of mine, and he said that it should be a father that leaves his family. And I was like, damn, there we have the film. For example, in Triangle of Sadness, when Harris and Sean Christophe's character have stolen the pretzel sticks, I wanted them to look guilty. On YouTube, there's this dog owner that comes home and finds out that one of the dogs have stolen the kitty cat treats.
Denver, did you do this? Denver, was this you?
And I have never seen shame so strongly expressed. And I love to talk about these things when you talk about the film, because the whole experience of the film becomes richer. I was interested in to take single take shots, came a lot from the ski films also, that, the longer you follow a skier and the more spectacular things he can do without falling, the more the tension is building in a take, like when you're filming skiing. And as soon as you cut, it could be a way of covering up a mistake. I'm interested in sociology, I'm interested in human behavior. So the conventional way of telling stories where we are seeing everything through a character that we describe, it's a complex character. I mean, human being is complex when we end up in different kind of setups, because different kind of setups changes our behavior. Our position in a hierarchy changes our behavior. A lot of stand-up comedy is often about describing a dilemma for the audience. You have 2 different options and none of them are easy.
Jag undrar hur jag hade reagerat om du hade gjort så mot mig.
And a lot of the setup in my scenes is dilemmas that I have experienced. I think that when I see something, when I have to question my own moral, my own ethics, my own behavior, that's when art becomes interesting to me.
Por mini.